Hi, I'm Colleen. I'm going to be your therapist.
Hi, Colleen. I'm Harriet.
Hi, Harriet. Nice to meet you. So what are you in here for today?
Well, my boyfriend, Mike, he says he's going to break up with me if I don't change my drinking habits, which I don't think they're a problem. I went to a bar and I got into a fight because these girls were talking to Mike, and I was like, what the heck? So I punched them in the face.
Okay, how did he react when you punched them in the face?
He was mad at me, which really upset me because, I would think he would be on my side, and he wasn't. So that was very annoying, and I was very annoyed and mad at him.
Why do you think he was mad at you?
He said I was overreacting, and I always do this, and I always get jealous, and I get jealous for no reason, and that they were just his coworkers, but I just don't like it when girls talk to him.
Is it, are you jealous? Do you think they're going to do something?
I don't know. I think I am pretty jealous, but I don't think they'll do anything. It's just the fact that they want his attention. It's annoying.
Okay, now, is that the only reason why, he said if you don't, he's going to leave you?
No, well, because I drink a lot. I mean, every day after work, I have like 3 glasses of wine, which is not that bad. I usually drink all the time when we go out. I get blacked out. A lot of the times we have fights when we get drunk, and I just like to drink. It's fun.
When you get into your fights, when you're drinking, what do you usually fight about? Is it any specific thing, or is it just...
Well, we fight about everything. Sometimes money, sometimes people, like jealousy. Sometimes we just fight over little things. We bicker.
Now, is your bickering only when you're drinking, or is it when you're not drinking too?
Yeah, it's only when we're drinking. Usually when I'm drinking a lot, I bring up a lot of past issues and we fight about it. But when we're sober, we're fine. It's a very good relationship.
Does your boyfriend, Mike, does he drink a lot too?
No, he usually takes care of me.
How does he take care of you?
Well, he tries to limit my drinks, which then that's when it annoys me and gets me mad. And he just, watches over me sometimes, but sometimes he gets annoyed and he just is like, whatever, do your thing. And just leaves.
Now, when he leaves, how are you feeling when he leaves?
Sometimes I get really mad and I start drinking more, or sometimes I'm like, whatever, and I drink more.
Do you have any, thoughts when he leaves besides just, whatever and drink more? Do you have any feelings about your relationship? Or?
Yeah, I feel like that he probably wants to leave me. He's probably going to break up with me soon, so I'm just like, whatever. Might as well drink. Drink the pain away.
How long have you been dating?
We've been dating for 5 years. It's since we been friends since high school, so I've known him for a while.
5 years is a long time to be with someone, and for them to threaten your relationship if
Yeah, I know, but he just doesn't understand me, and he says that I have an issue with alcohol, which I hate it because I'm not an alcoholic.
Does anyone in your family have any
Well,
drinking?
My dad used to drink a lot, but he stopped, and he drinks now and then, but not as much as he did when I was younger. So I don't think he's an alcoholic.
Did you have anything that happened, with his drinking when you were younger that causes you to drink more?
Well, I think to mask out the pain, because he would be very aggressive and he would yell and throw things, and I would kind of just hide in my room, and I think I've used alcohol as a way to kind of help me soothe the pain and any problems that happen.
Do you think that the behaviors you saw when you were a kid, with the anger, with him throwing things, is possibly what you're doing now when you go out and you hit someone and that's your anger coming out?
Maybe he's the cause of my problems. I don't know. I do get very angry and I start to like throw around like the glasses and the drinks. And I have been kicked out of some bars already because of that. But I never hit my boyfriend, my fiance. It's usually just yelling.
How do you feel when you get thrown out of the bars?
I get mad because other people sometimes do it and they don't get kicked out, and so I don't see why there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm hurting anyone.
But you potentially can if you're throwing things.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't throw it at people. I throw it on the ground, so that's kind of different.
Now, when you've been thrown out of the bars, has Mike been with you, or have you been with friends?
It's both. Sometimes I'm with my friends, and we kind of all get thrown out, so that's kind of fun, I guess. But when I'm with my fiance, it's kind of like a little embarrassing, I guess, because he gets embarrassed, and then he starts yelling at me and saying I can't control myself, and it just escalates into a huge argument, and then we end up mad at each other for like a couple of days.
Mm-hmm. And now when you're mad at each other, for a couple days, after you've been thrown out of the bars and he says you can't control yourself, how do you act? How do you cope with that?
I stay quiet and I drink. I go home and I sit in the living room and just drink. He goes to sleep, and I like to drink my glasses of wine and just knock out on the sofa and basically black out and forget about everything.
Okay. Now, when, he goes to sleep and you black out, has he, after these incidents, has he brought up leaving more than once, or has it just been recently?
He brings it up all the time. It's so annoying. He says that he's gonna leave me, but he doesn't do anything about it. So that's why I didn't really want to come, because I didn't really think he's gonna leave me. And sometimes he actually does leave and comes back like a day later, and where we like act like nothing ever happened.
How do you feel when he leaves?
I get sad and I start to drink more, not gonna lie. I just basically drink and cry and just I'm sad for the whole like time that he's gone.
Mm-hmm. And then you said you guys act like nothing happened once he comes back?
Yeah, we kind of just hug and we just pretend like it didn't happen, and then we fight again.
Okay, I want you to think about the worst scenario with your relationship with Mike. He's, what would that look like?
The worst scenario, him leaving and not coming back, especially if he leaves with some other girl. I think that would be the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him to leave. We've been dating for a while, so it would be very hard for me to move on with my daily life without him, since he's such a part of it. And I think I would just drink more. He keeps me in tone and he keeps me controlled, and he kind of limits me on like my drinks. I honestly think if he wasn't around, I would be drinking way more than just 3 glasses of wine, maybe like 6 or 7 or the whole bottle.
Mm-hmm. What do you think we could work on that? You've talked about your worst case scenario and how you would cope with that. What do you think we could do instead of turning to the bottle of wine, instead of turning to the beer, all the alcohol you can get? What do you think we could work on to have more of a positive way of coping?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the alcohol helps me cope with my anxiety and my just nervousness and being worried and being sad and alone. That's what it helps. So I would say, I don't know, I've tried some yoga and it's been helpful, but I can't really keep up with it since I wake up a lot of the times hungover, and it sucks. I can't do yoga when I'm hungover. Mm-hmm. So I've kind of stopped doing that, but I like it and it helps me. But
well, how about I have you write that down? When you're in a rough place, you can, maybe try yoga, or even right now, part of yoga is deep breathing.
Mm-hmm.
You just take a couple deep breaths in and out, and, that might help calm you when you're starting to feel anxious.
Yeah.
So do you want to try that now?
Yeah.
Take 3 deep breaths in.
Okay.
Do it together.
Yes.
Ready? Now, how do you feel after doing that? Do you feel any more relaxed?
I feel relaxed. I feel like mellow and chill, and I feel good.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, when you're starting to feel anxious, you could turn towards, that couple deep breathing techniques, and maybe, we can make a list of things we can do once you're starting to feel anxious and upset.
Yeah.
So you have yoga down, and you can put down, deep
I think
breathing.
I could do deep breathing. Maybe going out for walks or hikes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Anything that keeps me moving would help. I like to swim, so could I do that maybe?
Well, you could definitely swim, because I think swimming's a great coping mechanism.
I would say also...
Have you ever thought of journaling? Writing down how you're feeling in the moment?
I haven't thought about that, but I did like English class in high school and college, so maybe that could be a thing.
When you're journaling, how do you feel about yourself when he says he's gonna leave?
I feel worthless, like I can't do anything right. I can't even keep a relationship. So that makes me feel bad about myself, and it makes me feel sad for him that he's in a bad relationship with me when I'm drinking a lot.
Well, when you're journaling, when you have those thoughts that you're worthless and that you can't keep a relationship, instead of writing down, or you can write down, I am worthless, I can't keep a relationship, you could cross that out and say, I have worth, I am more than just a person in a relationship, I am my own individual, I can keep a relationship, it just takes work on both ends. You're not just the only person in this relationship, he's in it with you.
Yeah, I like that. I think I will try the journaling thing. There's a lot of times when I feel negative thoughts about myself, and I think that would help me with my self-esteem and insecurities.
Are you having any negative thoughts about yourself right now?
Yeah, I am. I'm feeling like I am pretty crappy, and that's why I'm here, because I don't know how to control my drinking, and I'm basically tearing apart this relationship.
So you said that you're feeling that you're crappy. How can you elaborate on that?
I just feel bad. I feel sad and mad and angry at myself, and I feel like I'm just a bad person.
Okay. So how about we try out this journaling?
Okay.
I want you to write out exactly how you're feeling right now about yourself.
Okay.
You read that out loud?
Yes. I am feeling bad, and I don't like the way I'm acting and the way I treat Mike and others, my family and friends.
Okay. So you're feeling bad, and you don't like the way that you're acting. Or how you're acting in the moment?
How I'm acting, Not right now, but like when I'm drinking and when I just lose control and start throwing things around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it because then I go back and I think, wow, that was pretty horrible what I did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, instead of saying, you can, accept that you're feeling bad.
Mm-hmm.
Accepting that emotion is completely normal.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad, you feel bad, people feel bad all the time. So when you do this journaling, you wrote down your negative thoughts. But you can also say, I am feeling bad because of this.
Okay.
But feeling bad is okay, and I can work on expressing how I'm feeling to Mike in the moment instead of letting it bottle up. Or, I can express how I'm feeling when I'm going on a walk. Instead of exploding and throwing things, I can go outside and go on a walk. Or you said you like to swim.
Mm-hmm.
You can swim. Or even when you start to feel that you're going to get mad, you can practice your deep breathing.
Okay. That would be helpful.
Calm you down.
Yeah. I have times where I just sprout in anger and it just all builds up and bottles up and then I just explode, and I think that's why I go to alcohol once I get really mad.
Yeah, even, writing down what you're mad about, that can help, take away the anger or help you justify why you're angry.
Yeah.
Instead of bottling it up and, having it explode, you could write it down. Or even if you wrote down a list of things that you're angry about and you and Mike, sat down and talked, like you can say, I'm angry that you keep threatening to leave me.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm angry about it.
Yeah. So basically writing out my feelings and why I'm feeling a certain way, and then I can use it to cope and to share it with Mike.
Yeah, and it'll help you, you can explain yourself instead of, like, I'm going to turn to the alcohol. You can explain, I'm feeling mad that you keep threatening to leave me because, we've been dating for 5 years and, we've built this relationship together and I don't want you to leave. A relationship is about two people overcoming obstacles, and you're not the only one in this relationship. You're not the only one that makes mistakes.
Yeah, I think that's helpful because I do feel like most of the time I'm the only one that's making the mistakes, and I feel like, that I'm doing everything wrong and he's just there being perfect and correcting me, and it's just hard.
Yeah, it is hard, and I'm sure that takes a toll on you.
It does. And then when my family members or my friends also tell me that I'm doing things wrong with my relationship, or like when I see them at like family parties and they like bring up my problems and I'm just trying to have fun, and so that's why I just drink more. So
have you, thought about addressing your family and friends and, maybe asking them why they bring things up when you're at a family party?
No, because then I know I'll just get angry at them and then I'll just drink more. And I don't really want to drink that much.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you're making progress when you're saying, you don't want to drink that much. You're realizing drinking, brings out these emotions in you and gets you in these situations to where you can't control your anger.
Yeah.
And, you have coping mechanisms that we can try working on throughout our sessions.
Yeah.
To help you calm down and just, realize that how you're feeling is okay.
Yeah, I definitely think that these will help me, especially I like the journaling. I feel like it'll help me, get my emotions out and kind of state why I'm acting the way I am and why I'm feeling a certain way, because I don't know, sometimes I don't know how to like pinpoint it like on the spot, but I feel like writing it down would help me.
I think so too. And when you're journaling, you don't have to have anything fancy. It could just be, a post-it note that you write down how you're feeling in that moment, and how, it's okay to feel that way in that moment, but you're more than that moment.
Yeah.
You're more than that. So what I'm going to have you do is that I'm going to assign you some homework to do.
Okay.
So for our next session, I want you to journal how you've been feeling once every day of the week.
Okay.
And just journal that, just how you've been feeling and what happened that day to have you have that feeling.
Okay.
And what we're going to work on once you come into our next session is how we're going to change those thoughts, those negative thoughts, into positive ones.
Okay.
And if you want to practice, your deep breathing and your yoga and your swimming, and by all means do that, but I want you to practice your journaling.
Okay. I will. All right. Thank you.